Tonight, of course, the next match is our semi-final between the SuperNoobs and the Horsemen. So two of the top teams in the competition right now. Of course, both teams, both the SuperNoobs and the Horsemen, do participate in the local WGL, the Wargaming League Asia. So we're already getting the tank picks underway. Both teams locking in their tanks here for this battle on Lakeville. It's best of three, so from the looks of things, nothing too crazy. The Horsemen, they're going to be going with 1, 2, 3 T-54 lightweights, that Tier 8 Russian light tank that can do pretty much anything. And they're going to be keeping the theme fairly Russian with their heavy picks as well, going with 3 IS-3s. For the attack. In fact, they're on the attacking side this round. And the SuperNoobs, taking a look at what they have picked here for the defense on Lakeville. They're going to be going with 2 IS-3, 3 IS-3s even, a T-54 lightweight, a T-32, and another T-54 lightweight as their last pick. And both teams, interestingly enough, that's something we actually don't see that often, is both teams actually going for the same Tier 6 light tank here. So both teams locking in that AMX-12T, the French kind of little baby AMX that can really get into some pretty tight spaces and maneuver around pretty well. So it's looking like both teams just locking in their tanks right now. We should be able to get this one underway in no time at all. So these guys, well, whenever they do battle with each other, it's always a pretty good match normally. We see, the Horsemen, of course, a very aggressive team, really live up to their name. They love to do kind of early rushes on towards flags if they can. The SuperNoobs are very controlled, very tactical with what they, with how they play. So it's always interesting to see both of these guys go up against each other, as we've got the calls over to ready up, and we'll let everyone know that we are ready as well in the spectator seat. Of course, we've got all of the other casters joining us as well. So, alrighty, ready, and ready. SuperNoobs giving the countdown, and it's time to load into the match right now for the semi-final right here between the SuperNoobs and the Horsemen. So, jumping into this one to start off, I think we might be checking out the SuperNoobs as they roll out of the base with 20 seconds left on the clock. And I'm going to be expecting from the SuperNoobs, they're probably going to put 1 T-54 around this area here to look down the kind of 1-2 line. A couple of their heavies around this sort of ridge area there. Maybe have 1 T-54 floating around just the kind of middle of the map there as well. But we'll have to wait and see. For now, though, let's take a look at the SuperNoobs from the top down. So, right up the top here in his IS-3, we have Kongsun 177. And... and I was about to continue on with Einheit. Something's not looking particularly good here. Maybe are both teams not moving? It's looking like both teams may not, in fact, be moving right here, which is not too good. So, yeah, these guys. Looks like we might actually be getting the restart happening for this one, I'm thinking. So we will have to. We'll have to probably just jump out and jump back in again. Just make sure, yeah, it's not looking like this one is going to be continuing. And once that clock hits 6 minutes, yeah, we will jump out. So let's head back to the garage. Alrighty. And see what is happening. Yeah, everyone's left. Good. So we can see what's happening there. DC. Apparently, so Falusa saying Tommy DC'd, which is unfortunate. Not too good. So, I'm not too sure who Tommy is, but obviously one of the players there. But let's just take a quick look at how the SuperNoobs got to today's Go4WoT Asia September finals in the Go4WoT Cup number 27, which was held 2 weeks ago on the 4th. Yes, on the 4th of the 10th. Actually, that wasn't held 2 weeks ago. Anyways, but in the Cup 26, they did actually win. against Team VN in the grand final. So they took out first place there in Cup 27. They took out first place as well. So the SuperNoobs, really, they are the team to beat in these Go4WoT weekly cups. They've come first in not the July monthly finals, the June monthly finals, the September monthly finals. They are looking good in as well, obviously heading towards the well, if they win this one, then they will be in the grand final of the September monthly finals. So looking very, very good. SuperNoobs are, and the Horsemen, they're always a top tier team as well, but they haven't quite managed to take home any of the monthly finals. They were second in the May monthly finals, fourth in the July, eighth in the June monthly finals. So I think they must have got taken out early on by the SuperNoobs potentially. Yeah, no, the Swordfish actually they lost to in the June monthly finals. So the Horsemen there really really looking for a win. I think they definitely have the drive to try and take the win home today. Of course, Horsemen do have well, lots of experience, like we said, in the local WGL, local Wargaming League. So, alrighty, and we're going to be taking a look. Oh, emo spam. Got some emo spam in the chat, so we're still just waiting on... Oh, there we go. Knight of Sidonia has just left, so the battle is now over. We can go ahead and get back into it ASAP from the sounds of things. So it's time to take a look here. Ricky just with a question mark there. Knight of Sidonia looks like he's ready as well, and once the rest of the Horsemen ready up, we should be able to jump back into it again. So there we go. And right now we can see Horsemen just saying sorry, it's still readying up. Looks like everyone is ready. Let everyone know that we're ready, so we can get right back into this one. Of course, the score is 0-0. And I'm going to be jumping into this one very soon. So and Ironhide actually saying 40k credits. So I'm not too sure if he lost 40k credits in that game or not, but it's definitely don't want to be having too many of the restarts, so the players lose all of their lose all the money to buy premium ammo and whatever. But I'm sure these guys have enough. So enough about premium ammo. Let's talk about some tags, as we've got 15 seconds left to jump in towards this one. For real this time, hopefully no disconnects. It's looking like everyone is still connected here, so we should be able to get this one started without any more hitches. 1 second left, and I'm going to be rolling out again with the guys from the SuperNoobs. There we go, that's looking a lot better. So to start us off right up the top here is Kong Sun in the IS-3. Next up is Ironhide in his own IS-3. And we've got the last as well in that Tier 8 Russian Heavy. Also now, Sunbow is going to be in the T32 here for the SuperNoobs. We've got the two T54 lightweights being driven by Ricky and Tangeroy. Last but not least for the SuperNoobs, Hien is going to be in this AMX 12T. So the defenders right here just moving out nice and slowly. They are going to be sending their two T54 lightweights over here to the kind of two line, just to look down there, and it seems like the T54s on the other side for the Horsemen are going to be going down the exact same route potentially, or at least kind of faking around there. So right now we've got Arcano 1 just waiting it out a little bit. Kind of thinking, is he going to poke over there? I'm not too sure if he actually wants to poke over there without his friends, but who knows, he may do so. He's being a little bit cautious at the moment. So he's not, doesn't look like he's going to be poking over there. But in the meantime, Knight of Sidonia, Tommy here is going to be moving along towards the centre of the map, heading down the ridge line on the lake right here. Going to be getting a couple of shots across on towards Hien. I'm not too sure if Hien's spotted there or if they're just getting a few shots just generally towards the place where they know he likes to hang out. Looks like just a few kind of shots here or there. And Hien should be fine. Ooh, very close right there. And oh, we can actually see some returning fire right there. I think Sunbow. Oh, and Hien actually gets hit there. Dropped down to 56%. So he's got to be a little bit careful. I think Sunbow is trying to return fire. Does not have any of them spotted though. So that is going to be easier said than done. In the meantime, let's take a look on the IS3s on the attacking side. We've actually got Colin 1120 here pushing through towards the 2 flag. From the looks of things, and is going to be moving up now. Just waiting and moving very cautiously at the moment, which I like. But, well, his friend is, and that's going to be Gorilla Limbison moving up past the corner and does actually get a few shots ricocheting off him. Another shell ricochets, damages the right track, but he's not going to be too concerned about that as he rolls across towards the next little bit of cover there that he can get. Oh, nice ricochet there on towards the IS3 again. But there, finally, Kongsun manages to get a hit off across on towards None. On towards Colin 1120, I should say, dropping him down to 79% HP in that IS3. So we've got the fight starting to break off now. But these T54 lightweights are now making a move down the middle of the map as well. We've got Faluso in his T54 up here, and they were just knocking down a tree. So oh, a big shot from the IS3, taking down not only over 400 of his hit points, but taking out his commander and his gunner on top of that. Faluso is not going to be happy about that. Going to have to see if he can get a first aid kit to those wounded crew members, but may not even have one on board, so that is looking pretty dire there for Faluso, as we've got Nundesu here in the IS3, 1.5k HP still, so he's not looking too bad. We have got the AMX 12T pushed on towards the 2 flag here for the Horsemen, and he's starting to cap that one up. Starting to put a bit of cap pressure on. In fact, a lot of cap pressure on this 2 flag. As we can see, the base cap is already on 55. So, excuse me, the SuperNoobs going to have to really rotate pretty quickly in this. The T54s are actually not close enough to get a reset on the cap, so they're going to need to do something fast. The base cap is just about to hit 70 at the moment, and their T32s and IS3s now trying to take the fight to the Horsemen. So the Horsemen definitely have control at the moment, but all it's going to take is one shot from either of these heavies on towards that AMX 12T to get the reset happening. Are they going to be able to get it? Base capture right now is on 85 and ticking. We can see the T54s doing their best to defend it. The last is trying to get in there, trying to get the shot, but look at how well that AMX 12T is positioned. 94, 95, it's not going to happen. Stopped with 5 ticks to go, but at what cost right here as the last goes down, and the other SuperNoobs are not looking too healthy themselves. We've got Sunbow on 14%, but he's just taken down Arcano 1. He goes down. It is a 3v3 mirror matchup with 1 IS3 and 2 T54s left for both sides here, and it's anyone's game. We've got the IS, look at this absolute mirror match. The IS3s are battling it out together there. We've got both of the teams T54s in the middle. Look at that, just like that. Knight of Sidonia is going to be going down. We've got Tangaroy now pushing up for the SuperNoobs, and he's going to be targeting Faluso. And remember, these guys on the Horseman side, they need to win in the next 1 minute. So they need to get a flag cap within this time, or take down all of the SuperNoobs. And the SuperNoobs, well, if they wanted to, they could probably just send one of their T54s away. They just need to survive for another 54 seconds. That's all they need to do. Ricky is going to be ricocheting off that one. Only 454 HP left though. And, well, Faluso 300. So that's actually 2 shots that Ricky's going to take. 40 seconds left. And, oh, look at that. They both get dropped down very low. Oh no, Ricky, he's falling down the mountain. But actually, that could work out for him. Potentially. We've got 29 seconds left. And the Horsemen, they need to take out these last two remaining tanks within 22 seconds. What is happening over on the other side? We've got Colin 1120 only on 75 HP, so it's not going to happen. Kong Sun on 38%. Needs one more shot to finish him off, but Kong Sun's not going to go down. Takes down the last remaining IS-3 on the Horseman side. And Faluso in 4 seconds isn't going to be able to take down both of those tanks. Ricky right there is just waiting. And there we go. What an intensely fought first match between these two teams, with SuperNoobs taking it out in time. And wow, take a look at the damage after that one is all said and done. Kong Sun 1120, or Kong Sun 177. Not sure why I was saying 1120. I was thinking of Colin. That's it. Thinking of Colin 1120, but Kong Sun 177 there with 2.7 thousand damage in that IS-3. Actually, he did even, I think he did even hit one of his allies there for 338 damage. Not to worry though. Ricky there, 1k damage. The last with 1.6k in his IS-3. So the IS-3 is really coming up trumps in terms of damage this game for the SuperNoobs. But Faluso on the other side for the Horsemen there, he's looking pretty good with his T54 lightweight, dealing 1.8 thousand damage there with that one. So he's going to be pretty happy with that, I feel. As we can see, the next picks are just about to get underway for the next game in this best of 3 series. Of course, this time we will be seeing the Horsemen trying out the defensive side. So trying out the defensive side on this map and seeing what they can do on the defense. But I feel as though the SuperNoobs might have a little bit more control than the Horsemen did in the attack. And one thing which I wonder is if maybe the Horsemen had sent one tank just down this 2 line here after they initiated their push on towards the 1 flag. If the Horsemen had just left, you know, just one T54 to try and push down there, maybe that would have worked out for them. But may not have. So the Horsemen just calling for a 1-minute break. In the meantime, we can go ahead and bring up the nice little head-to-head overlay that we've got between these two guys and take a look at that one. Of course, both of these teams, they do have pretty nice looking team logos as well. So alrighty, as we've got Faluso right here, still just having a think. So the Horsemen, obviously after that one, really wanting to make sure that their draft for this next series is looking good. And I don't think we're going to see a great difference in the amount of tanks, or in the types of tanks that are picked. Probably still just going to be, you know, the standard IS-3s, T54 lightweights, maybe a couple of those American Tier 8 heavies, the T32 in the mix of things. But right now, still not happening for the Horsemen. And there we go. It's looking like we have finally got the first couple of tank picks locked in there for the Horsemen. So let's go ahead and jump into the tank picks. We have got 2 IS-3s picked there for Faluso and 2 IS-3s picked there for Ironhide on the SuperNoobs side. So going to be locking those ones in. No surprises there. As what is next for the SuperNoobs? I think they're probably going to be going with a couple of T54 lightweights. If I had to make a bet, Faluso there for the Horsemen, still just deciding on what he's going to be picking next. And it's looking like right now Horsemen still just having a think. So really, I mean, the question is, are they going to try out something crazy this round? I mean, they need to win it, otherwise they're knocked down to their third place final. I'm not too sure. You know, they're going to try out maybe a tank destroyer in this one. But right now, okay, so we've got the next couple of picks just about to come in. So really taking his time with this one, don't you? Okay, there we go. So we have got the next couple of picks locked in, and the Horsemen are going to be going with a T32 and an AMX 12T right there for their picks. So the SuperNoobs, they're going with a lineup of 2 T54 lightweights after that. So both teams have picked 4 tanks so far. And we've got another 2 T54 lightweights there picked by Faluso. And IS3 and a T54 lightweight picked by the SuperNoobs. So nothing crazy yet, and I think that's actually they've got one more pick. The Horsemen do. So if we're going to be seeing anything special, it is going to be now. You know, are they going to go with maybe the RHM, the Borsig Waffenträger, Tier 8 German TD? That is the question, but I somehow don't think that they will be. Maybe they were just waiting it out and talking about their strat for the next one. Just not too concerned about their tags. Who knows? And right now, though, they definitely having a hard think about their next pick. So obviously putting a lot of weight in it. And they've already picked their Tier 6, of course, that AMX 12T. We're probably going to be seeing another AMX 12T coming out of the SuperNoobs as their 6th pick. So, question is, are the Horsemen going to go with something crazy here? Maybe even, well, probably not a Tier 8, are they? Unfortunately, I would maybe a Hummel. And, oh, they're going to go with a T54 for their last pick. That's a bit disappointing, unfortunately. Going with the stock standard T54 lightweight, but hey, why fix it if it, or don't fix it if it's not broke, as the saying goes. And the T54 lightweight, well, it actually might be a little bit broken, but in a good way. So there we go, and the 12T is indeed going to be the last pick coming out of the SuperNoobs right there. So it's time to ready up and jump in towards this next one in the best of 3 series between the SuperNoobs and the Horsemen. SuperNoobs, with that sort of a lineup, they've got a nice balance there, a bit of mobility with the T54s, lots of alpha with the 3 IS3s, a T32. Have they got that T32? Did they pick that? No, yeah, I didn't think that they actually picked that T32, and that was actually an IS3. Two IS3s, 2 T54 lightweights, an IS3, T54 lightweight. Yeah, so they've got 3 and 3. 3 IS3s, 3 T54 lightweights, lots of mobility, lots of armour. And we are ready to jump in towards this one. We don't really see too many of the AMX 5100s coming out on Lakeville. It doesn't really lend itself to AMXs that often, so not surprised that we are not seeing any AMX 5100s in this lineup for either team. But there we go, it's looking like both teams are ready now, so it's time to get the countdown happening and jump in towards this one. This time I think I'm going to be rolling out with the Horsemen as they head out to defend up their 2 flags against the SuperNoobs to try and take this one out to stay in it for another game. You've got 27 seconds left before the battle starts. So, taking a look at Horsemen, I think it's been a while since we've seen any of the Horsemen on Lakeville, at least live on stream. I'm sure they've played on Lakeville in some of the most recent cups I've played in. But let's go ahead, let's get this show on the road and start off here with Spencer in the AMX 12T. We've got Arcono 1 in the T54 lightweight here, Knight of Sidonia Tommy in the T54 lightweight, as is Faluso. And driving the T32 is going to be Gorilla Lindberson. And in the two IS3s for the Horsemen, we have got Colin 1120 and None Desu here. So they're going to be rolling out and actually heading for quite a laid-back defense of the two flag. Occasionally we do see the teams sitting right on this sort of edge here, but instead we're going to be seeing the Horsemen just content to sit around here with just one IS3 and a T32. Oh, and that IS3 on all the way back there. I'm not too sure who that just got hit by, but he's just been dropped down to 1.1 kHP. So the Horsemen are already off to not a great start. As Colin 1120, it looks like he was trading with maybe the last in the town, and the last just got a fantastic shot across from all the way over there. So there we go. But Colin 1120 still just waiting it out. Playing a little bit more cautiously here now that he has been hit. We are seeing SuperNoobs pretty content at the moment just to kind of wait it out. So they still have 5 minutes left on the clock as well. Ricky here in this T54 lightweight, looks like he was trying to maybe get a bit of information down that two line. Hasn't gone too well for him as he's dropped down to 79% HP. And I think the Horseman, oh actually no, he did get a few shots across. I think he must have done, because Knight of Sidonia is dropped down to 973 HP there. So got one shot off at least against him. And right now the SuperNoobs still not committing to anything much, but they might be soon, as we've got these Iron Hide and we've got these IS3s coming out of the town. So we might be finally seeing the two flag push started off here by the SuperNoobs. They have moved out of the town, getting a few shots across on towards the defenders right now. Looks like some blind fires. They can't see anyone, so just shooting where they think the defenders might be. But let's take a look on the Horseman side to see what they can see. I think yes, Colin 1120 did just see Hien there in the AMX 12T, so he's going to be trying to get a shot across over towards him. And we've actually got the defenders pushing up on towards Ricky, and Ricky's been dropped down to 56% HP there. So it has to be a little bit careful. Dropped down to about 700, but he's getting some friends to come and try and help him out right there. Sunbow and Tang. Oh, are they going to try and help out, or are they just going to be waiting it out? It's looking like the call has been made for the two T54 lightweights over here for the Horsemen to retreat, which is actually a very good call right there, because they knew, or they at least suspected, that the SuperNoobs were going to be sending. Oh no, that was just 84 points worth of team damage there. We just saw a flick up on the scoreboard, but in the meantime, let's flick over to the heavies, see what these guys are doing, and it's looking like we might be seeing a brawl come out soon between the Horsemen and the SuperNoobs heavies, as we've got Limberson with that T32 trying to poke these IS3s. And Well, as long as he can only show his turret, that is really where the T-32 comes into its own. But instead, he is going to be pushing down from the looks of things and taking a lot of damage in a short amount of time. Dropped down already to 45% HP. Is he going to be focused down? That is the question. His main gun goes down as well. But no, he's not going to be the focus. One more shot does go on towards him, but Ironhide ricochets the second one. Needs to be aiming better than that, as Gorilla might be able to get one more shot before he goes down. Dropped down to 49 HP right there. As he is, oh no, still doesn't go down. Finally though, Nandesu going to be helping Tangaroid to take him down. So this is looking pretty good for the Horsemen right there. 5v4 in terms of tanks at the moment, getting lots of good shots across on towards the SuperNoobs up here on the ridgeline. Ricky's dropped down to 36%, Tang dropped down to 71%, and the Horsemen have got themselves on towards the flags. We have got Knight of Sidonia though, only on 1% HP, 4 out of 1250, so the RNG really working in his favour today to not kill him. But we've got, ooh, the AMX-12T, I don't think he can. Yep, he's going to be going down. So, this is looking better and better for the Horsemen. It is 3 tier 8s taking on 5 at the moment. So, Horsemen right there, seeing what they can do. We've got Tangaroy in the middle. Sunbow is actually capping up that flag, so really putting the pressure on Ricky in the meantime. Just trying to... Ooh, he's in a very good spot. Look at that. That makes it so hard for him to get hit. But they only have a minute left. The SuperNoobs, they need to go now. Otherwise, they're not going to take this one out. It's as simple as that. 55 seconds left on the clock. Otherwise, the score will be ticking down. Sunbow does find one. And he needs to find another 4 within 46 seconds. He actually does find another one. 44 seconds left. Come on, the SuperNoobs. They need to make the move. They need to make the decision, and they have. Go is called by the SuperNoobs, and look at this. Sunbow might be about to find another. Needs one more shot to hit, and he does hit it on towards Knight of Sidonia. 30 seconds left before this match ends. And we've got 2 tanks here on such low HPs. One more goes down, and one more is on 64 HP. These guys, they might be able to do it. Colin left 20 here. He goes down, and the SuperNoobs take that one out with a nick of time remaining. 12 seconds left on the clock. What a way to end it. And that's going to mean that the SuperNoobs are going to be progressing on towards our grand final for tonight's proceedings. Well done to them. GG's, and what a fantastic match to end on. Let's quickly take a look at the team score. Ricky up the top there, 1.7k damage there for the SuperNoobs. Tang 1.5k, and well, very well played to them, I think. And guys, we're going to be jumping off now to a quick little break before our next match, which will of course be the 3rd place final. Don't go anywhere.